time and again said that they seek demilitarization. What is meant by that word, demilitarization, and how is demilitarization scenario going to play out down the line?
Well, the Ukrainian military for the past 8 years has used the weapons and the financing that the United States and the United Kingdom has given Ukraine to wage war and really acts of genocide and war crimes, crimes against humanity against the people of Lugansk and Donetsk and Crimea. So President Putin has heard the cries of these people that are being shelled every day and tortured and their children killed. And the Russians have come to their rescue, and they've gone in to stop this genocide, and they have to continue to stop every tank, every artillery round, and every plane that has been participating in it. So the demilitarization is the stopping of these weapons of war that have been used in this genocide. So they're going to encircle Ukraine. They're already driving Zelensky mad. The other interesting thing is, besides the demilitarization, they're going to purge Ukraine of these rabid right-wing Nazis that, again, the US and the UK and NATO have planted there since 2014. What's interesting as well is all of the intelligence that is being uncovered by Spetsnaz and special Russian investigators as they methodically and clandestinely go through the troves of computer files and data. They're finding all sorts of interesting intelligence that links the West to war crimes, human trafficking, racketeering, criminal financial crimes like Hunter Biden and Joe Biden have been involved with. And Lindsey Graham is a very key part in a lot of this corruption. That's why he is having an emotional breakdown and calling for President Putin to be assassinated. Well, I think what they're actually going to do is try and assassinate Joe Biden and blame it on Russia. And this is a perfect context for that. So we have to watch and always remember the West and these fanatics are in a corner, and they are very desperate, and they're losing this war. But I think Russia is advancing very methodically and very strategically, and this will be over very, very soon. I do anticipate Zelensky fleeing to the United States.
Scott, let me interrupt you there because we have another important thing to discuss, and unfortunately our time is limited. Well, Russia says the West is training mercenary forces in Syria and sending them to fight in Ukraine via Poland. Is this going to help resolve the conflict in any way, in your opinion, or will it perhaps prolong the war and turn Ukraine into another hotbed for terrorism?
Nothing is going to deter or defeat the Russian forces. They're an excellent army, and they're far better than any of the Western counterparts who like to wave the gay rainbow flag and do their Zelensky gay pride dances and videos. So the Russians are going to destroy everything that they come against. They should have laws and say that any foreigner that is caught fighting against the Russian army for Ukraine will be jailed for life in Russia, or perhaps given the death penalty. But they should have absolutely no mercy on any foreigner that is found fighting against the Russian forces. And they should be perhaps exceedingly harsh in their punishment to send a message, and that would instantly stop the flow of foreign mercenaries. But this is the British and the United States sending in contractors like Blackwater, Mossad, his operatives in there. The MI6, of course, are in there. So Germany, I'm sure, is sending people in, and they're paying them $2,000, I think, as salary. There's a lot of foreigners being snuck in, but I don't think it'll have any effect whatsoever. In fact, Russia is doing an excellent job in its public affairs and civil affairs. It's showing trucks with bread and money and resources and water for the civilians. They need to focus on winning the hearts and minds of the civilians. They need to show the Ukrainian people that Zelensky is in fact Hitler in the bunker, and he hates his own people. That's why he's releasing prisoners and giving them guns to rape and loot and destroy his own citizens. So Zelensky really is a homosexual degenerate. That's been exposed in many videos coming about, just how immoral this man is. And you see that immorality and that insanity when he does things like turning against his own people. He's now turning against NATO as well,
right,
by being severely critical of a no-fly zone that NATO will not pass.
Scott, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. That was Scott Bennet, a former U.S. Army psychological warfare officer, joining us from San Francisco.